Hey you guys, okay, welcome back to New Face TV. If you are new here, I am your favorite evangelist, author, and entrepreneur. If you are returning, welcome. Thank you for coming back to my channel. We are going to be starting the series Rebel to Excel. So we're going to jump right on in. If you have not watched the first video to give you kind of an overview of what this series will entail, I would suggest that you pause this video and go check out the first video that I posted just to give you an overview and just to catch you up with what we're talking about. If you have watched that video already, you are in for a treat because we about to go in. Like I said, we're going to kick it off. We're going to give it all that we got. We're going to listen. I want you to get your notebook, your pen, your pad, your paper, your notes app on your phone, because I'm getting ready to break down to you what God gave to me when I heard rebel in order to excel. And again, our focus verse is Romans chapter 12, verse 2, which is one of my favorites. It has brought me a mighty long way. It has transformed me. I am not the person that I used to be sitting here before you. So I know that the word is true and is living inside of me to come and encourage and empower you. So let's get started. So what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about is rebellion in a faith context. So you'll see me looking down because I have some notes here. It says rebellion is often associated with resistance or defiance. In the world's eyes, it can carry a negative connotation. However, in the context of faith, rebellion can take a powerful and positive direction when it is against the things of God, like sin, complacency, fear, and worldly influences that pulls us away from God's purpose. Rebellion in nature is to you to go against God. It's portrayed as sin. It's turning away from his authority and his commands. And you can find this over in 1 Samuel chapter 15 and 23. However, not all rebellion is negative. The Bible shows us the power of rebelling against oppressive systems, idolatry, and the pull of cultural conformity when it means choosing that over God. So the word rebel means opposing or taking up arms against the government or the ruler. So some biblical examples in the Bible is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They refused to bow down to the king. Okay? They refused. Nebuchadnezzar had this big old king statue in the middle of the city and said, everybody got to bow down to this God. This God is going to be your God. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego said, oh no, not my Lord. Okay? King Nebuchadnezzar, you done lost your mind, because we're not doing that. We're not rebelling against our God to serve your God, because there is no other God before us. Okay? So they chose not to serve that golden statue. They chose not to worship him, choosing to rebel against idolatry and even risk their lives. They chose to rebel against idolatry because they knew the true and living God. We got so many idols wanting to take God's spot. And it ain't got to be no statue in the middle of the city. Ain't got to be no golden statue. But it could be your car. It could be your job. It could be that relationship. It could be those habits that you refuse to break. All those are idols, and you're worshiping them in front of God. So I hate to break it to you, but hey, you're going to have to get rid of them idols in order to serve God, because we're rebelling. We're rebelling this season. We're rebelling against conformity. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Sometimes you got to be brave enough and risk your life like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. It don't matter if you get thrown in the fiery furnace. It don't matter if people are going to be talking about you. Hey, you got a reason for them to talk about you, because you're trying something new. You're making a different path for yourself. You're growing up. You're getting rid of old things that no longer serve you. So yes, there's going to be some heat. Yes, the heat is going to be turned up on you because it's something that you've never done before. But I'm here to let you know that it's not impossible. I'm here to let you know it's not impossible. Because let me tell you something. If I can do it, you can do it too. I had this bad habit of always wanting to people please, but I broke out of people pleasing because that was no longer serving me in my purpose. The more I didn't want to offend anybody, or the more I didn't want to make it seem like I was better than anybody, I kept myself from being all that God desired me to be. I kept myself small. In this season, I desire to do every single thing that God tells me to do, no matter who gets mad, no matter who like it, no matter who gonna talk about me, okay? Throw me in the fire. Throw me in the fire. Because I got a flame retardant suit on. Okay? That what they call them things? But Jesus himself, and this is what I loved about what God revealed to me. Jesus himself, and I love that show, The Chosen. Have y'all watched it before? If not, go watch it. Go watch it, because that will give you a better understanding of what I'm about to say too. Jesus himself had to rebel against legalism and hypocrisy that the Pharisees were doing. They wanted him to stay in line with the rigid traditions versus doing what his God, his Father, sent him to do, which was to bring us the truth and to have grace and mercy on us. The Pharisees wanted to stop him from doing miracles. Oh, you're not supposed to do miracles on the Sabbath day. He said, I'm God. How you gonna tell me I can't heal and I am the healer? How are people going to tell you who you are when you know who you are? Or what you can't do when you know you can do it? Stop it. We're rebelling. Okay? Stop trying to tell me that I'm not who I am. Stop trying to tell me that I cannot do what I do because nobody does it better than me. Okay? And we're rebelling. It's simple and easy. We're rebelling against that fear. Okay? Pretty much. But in both cases, rebellion was about standing firm in your faith, refusing to compromise on God's principles and God's truth. And the truth is, you no longer have to be tied up, tangled up, wrapped up in what you're doing, because God sent Jesus Christ to set us free. And in order to experience true freedom, you're going to have to rebel in order to excel. If Martin Luther King had not rebelled, if all the civil rights activists had not rebelled against government and against the rulers of back in the day, we would still be slaves. Okay? We would still be getting hosed down by the fire department. We will still be going to jail for no apparent reason, just by the color of our skin. Had they stayed silent, had they not want to go against the grain, had they not want to make any enemies, had they not want to have any haters, we would still be right where they met us. And some of y'all acting like that ain't nothing. Oh, sorry. Well, no wonder why you can't accept Jesus Christ into your life, because you feel like that's back then. Oh, that's what happened back a way long, 2,500, 365 days ago. No, this word is still true. He can free you. He came to free you. He rebelled in order for us to excel. So now we got to do the same thing in order for somebody else to excel. You see? You see how that works? If somebody does it for us and pushes humanity forward, then we got to keep that ball rolling. We got to keep that ball rolling. So I hope that I have said something in this video that has encouraged you, that has inspired you to rebel in order to excel. Next time, on our next video, we are going to be talking about rebelling against fear. And this right here, I might just break down my whole life story on this one. Because me and fear, okay? Me and fear, we got a love-hate relationship. Okay? He protects me, but then he hinders me. So next time, next video, we are going to talk about rebel against fear. Later on in this series, we're going to talk about rebelling against the patterns of this world, rebelling against complacency, and how to excel. Daily practices that you can put into play so that you will be ready to walk into God's given purpose and plans for your life. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, that you like, you share with somebody, because it's time for us to excel in all that we do. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time I drop a video, so that you will not miss this series, because I'm telling you, it is important. It is important in this day and age. And we do this in the glory and honor of God. And we also honor our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who fought so hard for us, and many of him that walked beside him. So, again, This is New Face TV. I am your girl, Miss Britt. Have a good evening. See you next time.